Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing a repeat of the fight from the other day of Ungrim, as opposed to Grimgore, as I accidentally wrote in the title of that video, versus Azhag the Slaughterer. And the reason we're doing this again is to give Phao another shot, as well as having a video of good sound quality, where Phaonix doesn't have this horrible echo because I have my headphones in this time. So we are ready to play Warhammer yet again. Before I introduce them, I'm going to go ahead and go through everything on the tabletop. We're going to zoom in this time. So going left to right on my force, I've got a gyrocopter with a steam gun. I've got 20 longbeards with great weapons and a full command. I've got 19 ironbreakers with a full command. And they also have with them my Thane BSB, who's kitted out for pretty good offense. And I'll go over my exact list probably after the game. I've got a organ gun who has the rune. Actually, you know what? I'll probably just do it now. So this Thane BSB has. Let me double check. The Longbeards have a runic standard that lets them roll a single d6 on their first break test. The Thane has 3 runes. Runes of cleaving, and then 1 rune of stone. The Ironbreakers have a 1 mark on rune of slowness. The organ gun has the rune of forging, so he rerolls a misfire if he gets that one firing. The cannon has the rune of forging and the rune of burning, so he rerolls when he misfires and has flaming attacks. The Grudge Thrower has the rune of forging and the rune of accuracy, so he can reroll his scatter die and he can reroll his artillery die for misfires. Then I've got a unit of 12 Thunderers with shields. Then I have a unit of 11 Thunderers with shields, and with them is my first of my Master Engineers. He has a dwarf handgun, or a rifle, if you want to call it that. And he also has 2 times the Rune of Warding, which gives him a 5-up ward. Then we've got the Clan Iron Fist Slayers, which are the special group that you can take with Ungrim Iron Fist, who's there leading the unit, and is my lord for this list. And they have the Master Rune of Valaya, which gives them +2 to Dispel, and every turn I have a 3+ chance to dispel any remains in plays going on. And then my last character, of course, is my final Dwarf Engineer. And he has a brace of Dwarf Pistols. And he has the Rune of Gromrel to give him a 1-up armor save. And he has 1 Rune of Warding, which gives him a 6-up ward save. Now, real quick, I'm going to go over Phao's list from left to right. Starting over here, we've got some Orc Boy Biggins, led by his Orc Shaman that has the Channeling Staff. We've got a Doomdiver Catapult, 6 Trolls, Azhag the Slaughterer himself. We have a Goblin Big Boss BSB on a Gigantic Spider. Not a Giant Spider, but a Gigantic Spider, because apparently there's a difference. And he has the Armor of Destiny for heavy armor and a 4-up ward save. We've got 30 Savage Orcs with full command. We've got 2 units of 20 Night Goblin Archers with short bows, and each unit has 2 Fanatics. We've got a basic Ragnarok Spider and a Giant. And that pretty much does it for both sides. So now, Phao, if you want to go ahead and say hello to everyone for this spectacular rematch, I'm sure.
Hello again, this is how I actually sound. I'm Phaonix, one of Sotek's minions.
Cool. I need to give y'all like an official name, and minions is not it. In any event. Okay, so we're all set to get started. Why don't you go ahead and roll magic?
Right, so once again, I have Azhag the Slaughterer, who's a level 3 in the Lore of Death. So let's see what he gets. Oh, well, that's certainly interesting. So for those of you wondering, what I just rolled was, I rolled 2 4s, which means I get Doom of Darkness, and I get to pick one, and I got, no, never mind. I rolled a 4 and 2 6s. That means I get Doom of Darkness and the Purple Sun.
And what will you be picking for your last spell?
I'm taking Soul Blight.
Soul Blight, good choice. Any other switches?
No, actually.
Okay, so you're going to use Purple Sun this game.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, and for your Shaman?
One moment as I write everything down. Now for my orc, and my orc shaman's a level 2 in the lore of the Big Wah. Aw, sad face, no foot of Gork. That is... I got the Hand of Gork and Headbutt.
All right, let's go ahead and roll and see who gets to deploy first. I got a 4. 2.
I got a 2.
All right, so I'm up to deploy first. I'm going to start with my War Machines this time. So I'm going to put my cannon on the very top tier hill. And you know what? We'll start with the organ gun. So the organ gun's going to go right here. My grudge thrower is going to go back here. And the cannon is going to go... yeah, we'll station on this top hill.
Okie doke.
All right, it is your turn, sir.
I'm going to deploy my Doom Diver over on my hill.
Okay, back to me again. Let's do... I'm going to deploy a unit of Thunderers. We'll deploy right beneath this. Actually, we're going to deploy right in this deployment line. You know what? We're going to back up just 10. There we go. Thunderers.
Okay. I'm going to put a unit of Night Goblins right up on the line.
Okay, I'm going to put the next unit of Thunderers over here. Their back's up against the hill.
You moved the already deployed ones.
Oh, you are correct. Brain fart. Let's put them back where they were. It's been a long day for me. Yeah, we'll put them right about there.
I was going to say, you're talking to the guy who had finals today.
Oh, you're not the only one.
Yeah, true. I'm going to deploy my other Night Goblins here.
Okay, I will deploy a gyrocopter here.
Okay, I'm going to put my Savage Orcs right here.
Okay, I will put... I will put my Iron Breakers here.
Okay, I'm going to put my Trolls over here.
1 second. Trolls over there. Okay. I will put my Dwarf Longbeards. Let's go here.
Okay. I'm going to put my Biggins over here.
Okay. And I will put my Slayers right there.
Okay. I'm going to put my Ragnarok over here. My Giant over here. My BSB right here. And Azhag's going right here. No, he's going to go over here. Okay, that's all my deployment.
Okay, well, we skipped my engineer, but duly noted.
Oh, my bad.
All good, all good. I'll just throw him back here real quick.
I completely forgot you had that guy left.
Okay, but I do get the +1 to deploy first, because I technically finished deploying first. Foul.
Sorry.
Alright, so we are all set. Let's see who gets the first turn. Okay, need a 6 to tie.
I do not get it.
Alright, the dwarves will take the first turn, and as always, we're going to roll to see how much my army hates your army, even though it's kind of redundant.
Yeah, because you already do hate my army.
Okay, my general extra hates your general, even though that does not actually apply in any rule sets.
Unless you bring Thorgrim.
True, unless you have Thorgrim Grudgebear. Let's see. No charges, obviously. Movement.
I was about to say, that would be a rather impressive charge.
Yeah, movement. We're going to go ahead and start with the gyrocopter. And I'm going to putz my way... Let's see. What is 8 inches away from your night goblins? About there. Yeah, I can get there. I'm going to fly right smack here and activate your fanatics.
Fair enough. Release the fanatics. Okay, so I roll 2d6.
Yep.
Oh, he is legging it.
Okay, so he goes all the way to the 12.
And d6, strength 5 hit, armor piercing hits.
Yep.
Ow.
Ooh, nasty.
2 wounds.
Yep, 2 wounds. I got 1 left.
Okay, now for the other one. I'm going to ship this guy over so they don't automatically kill each other. As hilarious as that would be, it would be kind of bad. And he goes 10, so he also hits the gyrocopter.
Okay, roll d6.
No.
Does it kill it?
No.
Yay, I survive. Okay. But that's 2 fanatics I don't necessarily have to worry about because they are out and are probably going to cause you more problems than me. Alright. Then for other movement, Ungrim is going to shift up just a little bit just to make sure we are out of the organ gun's way. Same thing goes for the Iron Breakers. And the Longbeards are going to move up just a tad. Okay, a tad more than that. Okay. Actually, you know what? No, the Longbeards are going to stay back for the moment. Because I want to give my Thunderers a clear line of sight. Okay then. We are on to shooting. I'm going to start with my organ gun. And I'm going to take aim at... Let's start with the Night Goblins.
The ones on the left, I presume.
Yes. They're within 30 inches. So here we go. 2 artillery die. And I'm going to be using the Master Engineer bonus to get +1 to hit.
Yep.
Misfire. I get to reroll. An 8 and an 8. 16 shots.
Oh boy.
Alright, so with his +1, I need...
You break even from long range, so
right,
you're
so I'll
back
need
at
4s.
4. Yeah.
Alright, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Needing 2s to kill. Alright, 6 dead goblins. Enough for a panic check. Which we do, of course, at the end of the phase, so we're not going to worry about this instant.
They also are well and within 18 inches of Azhag.
Yeah, they'll probably be fine. The cannon, we are going to open fire on the trolls.
I'm having deja vu.
Yes, well, fortunately, they're the only thing in my army with flaming attacks, so I do have to make the most of it. Okay, so we're going to be shooting along about the right edge of that ruler. We're gonna aim it a little bit different. Let's try 143, because for those of you watching, we want to make sure that I have the best chance possible to hit the trolls, which means I need the widest point of their unit from my position, which is probably going to be 144 degrees. That way, if I shoot a little over, it's not the end of the world. Okay, that'll do. And I'm going to start my shot, let's see, from the 12. We're going to start the shot 6 inches away. Okay, first shot, 2 inches. So it goes to the 8. Second shot, 8. Which will take it through the unit, so I'll hit 2 trolls.
Okay.
First troll, it wounds, and it does how many wounds? Enough to kill it.
Yep.
Second troll, wounds and does 1 wound.
Yay.
Alright, and then last but certainly not least is the Grudge Thrower. Which, for those of you who may want a little lore tidbit, the way Grudge Throwers tend to work is when whatever army the dwarves are facing, they will usually write down or inscribe a grudge against that particular race on the stones and on the stone they're about to hurl. That way, it's more likely to be guided to the target to avenge the sins of the past. Which for greenskins, they've got a pretty unlimited supply of these.
So I would say, yeah, they if they wanted, they could coat the entire rock with grudges.
Yeah. Well, they'd probably run out of rocks before they ran out of grudges. And we're going to aim for the Arachnarok Spider. Just want to double check that he's within 60 inches. Yeah, he's definitely within 60.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so let's start with the artillery die. 10 inches, and the direction is a direct hit.
Sad face.
So let's see if it wounds. It needs a 2. It does wound this time. The last game, that sucker was invincible. And how many wounds? 4 wounds.
Ow.
Excellent opening salvo from the dwarves.
Ow.
Oh, and I almost forgot my dear steam gun. Which
can it march and fire?
good point. All right. So 4 wounds in the Arachnaroks. That thing's got what, 4 left?
Yep.
Ooh, 8 wounds. That is a lot. Okay. And my thunderers are out of range, so it is your turn. So animosity.
Okay. Yes. Starting with the biggins. They're fine. The night goblins. Oh wait, we forgot the panic check on the night goblins.
Oh, good point.
They're fine.
Okay, yeah.
The night goblins are fine. The night goblins are fine. The savage orcs fine, and the other night goblins are fine.
Okay,
so no
stupidity
more crazy
for the
charges
trolls.
like that last game. Okay, so charges.
Troll stupidity.
Oh yes, troll and Azhag for stupidity. Trolls are fine, and Azhag is fine.
Okay, great.
For those of you wondering why my general is stupid, it's because one of his items that makes him a death mage also gives him stupidity because it whispers in his head.
And they disagree.
Yes.
It wouldn't be so bad for Azhag if he agreed with everything it said, but he's an orc, so.
And this time I'm actually going to march, for those of you who are probably getting rather irritated at me for not marching the entirety of last game. So
are you declaring any charges first?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is random movement.
Oh, right, so the next. That way. 2d6. This guy just goes a whopping 3 inches.
41 degrees, okay.
Yep.
Probably gonna need to shoot him, aren't we? Just to be safe.
Okay.
And
now
the second?
for the other. Oh boy.
Go for... Sad face.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're just sticking close like little buddies.
Yeah. Indeed.
Alright,
Okay.
now to your regular movement.
The Arachnarok is going to skitter forward 14 inches. And the biggins are going to march on ahead 8. These night goblins are not going to move.
For those of you wondering, we're just going to go ahead and ignore that
they're not
rock
gonna
for the
move.
sake of terrain to make things easy this time.
Savage orcs going up ahead 8.
I'm going to have it at a reasonable time
These
limit.
night goblins going up 8. The trolls are going 12 into the forest. We're still not going with random terrain, correct?
Right.
The giants also going 12 into the forest. And Azhag is going to fly off this way. Stick with those trolls. And my BSB is going to skitter forward.
And y'all will notice he's playing much more aggressive this game, and there's definitely much more threat. to me. I'm going to have to play really
Skitter,
clever
skitter.
with my war machines to
Okay,
try and
that's
get
it
rid of
for,
some of those big
movement.
things. So all I have to handle are his units.
For now into magic.
Okay.
7. Azhag? Nope. The shaman? Nope.
Okay, no channels under regular spells.
Mm-hmm. Forgive me, I'm checking the spells.
So what I'm going to need to do, for those of you watching, is I'm going to lose that right flank right now if I don't do something quick about that giant and those trolls. Because my Longbeards have great weapons, which makes them really strong, but it means that they're going to get stomped. They could probably handle Azhag if he's by himself, but anything more than that, they're going to lose. So next turn, I'm going to need to divert both my cannon and my grudge thrower, most likely, to dealing with them. If I'm lucky, I think I can pull off a cannon shot to hit the trolls and the giant, but we'll see.
That does go off.
Okay, remind me what you were casting?
Hand of Gork.
Ooh, Hand of Gork. Alright.
It goes off with a 12.
And who are you casting it on?
I'm going to put it on the Savage Orcs.
Okay, and remind me what the distance for that spell is?
It is 3d6.
I'll let you have it.
Okay, so 3d6. Whoa. So I can go 10 inches.
For those of you wondering, this spell essentially picks them up and drops them somewhere else. Gork reaches down, grabs them, picks them up, deposits
so
them.
these Savage Orcs are getting picked up and dropped right over... wait, no. I have to measure that properly.
But 10 inches was not ideal for him.
Right over here. No, wait, no. Let me rethink that.
If it had been 12, he could have gotten out of some line of sights, but 10, he's not going to be able to do that. Honestly, if I were him, I wouldn't move them, because it's going to make his battle line really messy.
That's it.
As you watch, I'm going to insta-kill that unit on my turn.
With my last 4, I'm going to cast Soul Blight on your Ironbreakers.
If you can pull this off, it could help.
That goes off with a 16.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to dispel with 4. Stopped.
Yep. Okay, that's it for that. Now on to shooting.
Okay.
My Night Goblins are going to shoot the Gyrocopter.
Okay.
All of them are in range, so that's 14 left.
Okay.
They're at short range, actually.
Yes, they are. So they need 4 to hit.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits.
Okay, and they need 6s to wound.
Sad face.
Bunch of arrows clink off.
Yep. Okay. Well, now into the Doom Diver.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite part. He's going to drop it right on the Ironbreakers.
Alright.
It's doing that weird thing where my Doom Diver's underneath the unit, so it's in the center of the Ironbreakers.
The easiest way to fix that is to spawn a new Doom Diver. That way he'll have highest priority.
Let me find my Doom Diver model. There he is. No UV, I do not want 30 Doom Divers. There we go. So, artillery. 10, direction. Ooh.
Correct?
No.
That's gonna miss.
Sad face. That's it for my turn.
He didn't pump his arms hard enough.
Nope.
Alright. It is my turn now. Charges. The Ironbreakers will charge the Savage Orcs, which should be a frontal charge. Yes, indeed. The Longbeards will, let's see, I'm movement 3. Yes, we will also charge the Savage Orcs. And my Slayers will also charge the Savage Orcs, which, if they make it, will be a flank charge.
Okay.
Alright, those 3 are my only charges. So I'm going to start with... let's start with the Iron Breakers. They are 7 inches away.
Need a 4?
So they need a 4. Fine. Good, so 1 extra. And we're going to come run on, and we're going to go in right about there. Next, we'll do the Longbeards.
Okay.
They are 11 inches away, so they need a 8. Got it?
Okay. I make your Slayers just a hair bit over 11, so they need a 9.
Okay, let me double check that. Pardon me. Not a fan of using the big ruler for that. I've got them right at 11.
Okay. Yeah.
So once again, need an 8. Not quite.
Yes.
So we will face this way, and we will move 4 inches. All right. On to my regular movement. The gyrocopter is going to fly. I'm going to pass over the orc biggins. I'm going to drop a bomb on them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to face the night goblins.
I feel as if my night goblins are going to be getting a all-expenses-paid trip to the sauna.
Soon, but luckily for you, I cannot steam gun and drop bombs
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's pretty good.
I don't think they'll be looking forward to that appointment.
Probably not. Let's go ahead and go on to shooting. I'm going to start with these Thunderers on the left, and we are going to open fire on the closest Fanatic.
Okay.
Because we don't want him running into the Slayers. So he is at long range, and he's a Fanatic, so he counts as being in soft cover. So we actually need 6s to hit him.
For those of you wondering why he counts as soft cover, is because that giant ball is swinging around so fast it apparently deflects bullets.
Yeah, well, plus he's just kind of generically hard to hit because he's moving around all randomly. 1 hit, that's all we need. And it punches him off his feet.
Yep.
Dead gobbo. Good shot, whoever that was. All right, next.
They're making up for their poor performance last game.
Yeah, I'd say so. Let's see what we can see here that may be a large target. See, the only thing in range would be the giant, but I'm not convinced many of us, or any of us, can see it. Azhag, I believe, is out of range. Well, no, he's sort of... Okay, we're going to shoot at Azhag. And looks like all but one guy are in range. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot... I'm going to start with 10 Thunderers. Only penalty is long range, so we need 5s to hit him. 2 hits, I'll randomize in a moment. The Master Engineer needs a 4 to hit. And he hits, so 3 hits. Randomizing, 5, 6 hits the Rider, as always. 1 on Azhag, 2 on Skullmuncha. Skullmuncha's toughness is a 5, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, and so is Azhag's. Okay.
Yes, they are both toughness 5.
Okay, against Skullmuncha, needs 5s to wound. Nothing. And against Azhag, nothing. Bullets bounce off.
Plink.
Alright, next, the cannon is going to take aim at the trolls again.
Except this time they're in soft cover.
That won't protect you against cannonball.
Oh, right. I was thinking of a wall.
Yes, walls...
Block exactly 1 cannon shot.
Yeah, walls can indeed protect someone from a cannonball, which is nice. 133. Okay, and what I'm trying to do here... as Foul listens, and so does everyone else, is I'm going to try and line up my shot, so that I can hit both the trolls and the giant.
You are.
That is the ideal hope. Which is why, for those of you watching, it's always important to finagle as best you can. So, like, this could do it, but it's a really difficult shot. But I bet if we go one more degree...
You might miss the trolls.
Oh, it's a dangerous shot. Don't get me wrong. But the giant, at this point, is a much larger concern. But we're going to try and be... Okay, so this is ideal. Actually, we probably want to stay at that 1 degree lower, which is 132.
Are you measuring off the right side of the ruler, or?
Yes, we're going from the right side.
Okay, because I think that degree misses the troll.
Okay, let's try 131 one more time. Those of you that are watching, and there's this annoyance with UB sometimes that when you let go of a ruler, it likes to sort of bounce it. Alright, and this is where you get to the point where you gotta zoom in. Alright, this shot is... Okay, this is the ideal shot. I've got it going over a troll base and the giant's base.
Okay.
Now the question is if we can land it. Alright, see how good my dwarves can sniper scope. So it's at, what is this at? 131. So we're going to put a new ruler down. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I can put the 12 right on that troll. That way I know where I'm going to put my little marker, and it makes my life easier. So let's get our little red
Do you
dot.
want me to move the big ruler out of the way?
No, you're fine. And we're going to put it... we're going to put it at the 9. So it's going to be 3 inches away, which will put it... Well, that only puts it 5 inches from the giant. So we're going to put it at 8. We're going to start at the 8. So we're hoping to roll... Actually, no, the 7. The 7. Because now what we're hoping to do is we're hoping to roll at least a 4 on the first shot, and then bounce at least another 4. That is the perfect shot that we need. Alright, so if I recall correct, so that would hit me at the 11, and then the 4 would take to a 13. Yeah, that would be ideal. Alright, so here we go. First shot. 10 inches. Oof, that's just probably going to miss everything. Yep, okay.
Yay.
Well, we tried. And I can only reroll...
I'm sitting here going, did I done goof with my positioning? I think I did.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can only reroll in the event of a misfire, which is very unfortunate. Alright, next...
runes may be good, but they can't change the cannonball after it's been fired.
True enough. Okay, next we're going to fire the Grudge Thrower at the Arachnarok again. Because the sooner I finish this thing off, the sooner I do not have to worry about that flank.
Yeah.
So the artillery die, 6 inches, the direction die. That way we're going to attempt to re-roll it. Direct hit.
Sad face.
And dwarf catapults are very accurate. Okay, we need a 2 or higher wound. Let's hope he's not immune to damage if he was. Okay, it does wound, and it does d6 wounds. 2. Still alive.
Yep.
Alright, and then last, we're going to aim the organ gun at the Arachnarok. Because the sooner that sucker dies, the happier I will be. First artillery die, 8 shots. Second one, 2 shots. It's a total of 10. He is...
Long range and through soft cover?
Yes. So normally I would need 6s, but because my Master Engineer, I need 5s.
Okay.
5 hits.
Ow.
And once again, we need 5s. 1 wound at -3 to your armor save.
And it only has a 4 up, so it doesn't get any.
Alright, so it's got 1 wound left. I think I think the rest of my dwarves can handle that. Alright, and that is it for shooting, so we are on to close combat. So it is the Savage Orcs versus the Longbeards and the Ironbreakers.
I believe my Savage Orcs are faster.
Most likely. See, my Thane is initiative 3. Longbeards are at Always Strike Last, and the Ironbreakers are initiative 2.
My Savage Orcs are initiative 2.
Okay, so the Thane is first. And he has 3 attacks. Double checking. Yep. Okay. He needs 3s to hit. He hits with 2, but I get to reroll for hatred. Okay, I hit with all 3, and then I get +1 strength on the charge, so I will need 2s to wound. I do 3 wounds. You get your 6 upward.
Mm-hmm. Aha!
And for those of you watching, this is essentially a luck-based fight.
1 saved.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll over to their Savage Orcs next?
Yes, so I get to hit with every single Savage Orc because they're in Horde.
True, but you do have to divvy up your attacks
Yes.
for each half.
I'm going to put... Let's see.
And see, I really need to break
So there's
that.
26 attacks going at the...
I need to make sure I break that unit, because if I get those trolls
There's
in the flank,
25
I'm in
attacks
trouble.
going at the Iron Breakers, and... ...24 attacks going at the Longbeards. So the 25 on the Iron Breakers. And Iron Weapon skill 3. What is your weapon skill?
Higher than yours.
Well, my boss is weapon skill 4, so does that matter?
No.
Okay. So the 25 going at the Iron Breakers. So I need 4s to hit.
Correct.
1. I get 13 hits. And since I'm orcs, I'm toughness 5 on the first round of combat.
No, your strength 4.
Strength 3. Yeah, strength 4.
So if this is against the Iron Breakers, well, against either, you'll need force wound.
Okay. So 13 hits. Right. Yeah, 13 hits.
Woo.
10 wounds.
And who's this on?
The Ironbreakers.
Okay, so that gives me a 4-up armor save. And I pass 4 of them. Pretty rough roll there. And a 5-up parry save. Okay, I lose 3.
Okay, and now my 24 attacks on the Longbeards. Twelve hits. Once again, I need 4s to wound.
Yep.
6 wounds.
Alright, I get a 6-up armor. I save 1, so I lose my back rank. Alright, now it's my turn to attack back. I get 10 Iron Breakers. We need 3s to hit. I get to reroll the 2 misses. All 10 hit, and we're strength 5 on the charge, so we need 3s to wound. I do 8 wounds. You get your 6-up save.
Okay. 8.
Yeah.
I save 1.
Okay, 7 go down, and then I will get 11 attacks from the Longbeards. They need 3s to hit. They get to reroll the 3 misses. So a total of 9 hits. Yes. And we need 2s to wound because we're strength 7 on the charge. 9 more wounds.
1 saved, so 8 more drop.
Okay. Pretty bloody combat. So you did 8 wounds to me. I did... I guess I'll wait for you to finish pulling off.
You did a lot more, so I lose combat.
Yeah, you took 18 wounds. So that has me up by 10 just on that. So yeah, you need double ones.
Yeah. But they are... Within 12 of my BSP, so I get 1 reroll.
Okay.
Nope. And nope. So they break.
Okay. Now this is going to get very interesting because when I pursue, which I'm going to, we're going to have fanatic triggers. It's going to get very ugly.
Yep. So they leg it 8.
Okay. Hold on. I need to decide how I'm going to do this. Normally, it's wise not to roll until after you've gotten your stuff. Because I want to catch that unit and break them, because I want the points. And I do want my long... So the Longbeards for sure are going to overrun, or pursue, because we want to get them away from the Troll's line of sight. And normally I would go double, but I am very, very worried about Azhag. And I would rather my Ironbreakers be kept out of this tussle. So I think we're going to just do the Longbeards and have the Ironbreakers test to reform. That way they can
See, I was really hoping
consolidate.
they would stay for at least 1 round, because my trolls could have charged your Longbeards in the flank.
Yep, that was actually a very big gamble I was well aware of. I'm going to attempt to restrain with my Ironbreakers.
Okay.
And they pass their leadership check, because all dwarves are leadership 9.
Mm-hmm.
And my... wish I had gotten that for my pursue roll. And my Longbeards will pursue, and they go 5. So
my guys get away.
Your guys do get away, and they will cause quite a few panic checks.
Mm-hmm. So they pop out the other side of my BSB.
Yep.
And so my goblins, they're fine. The BSB is fine.
Okay, and then these guys... you actually should have thrown Fanatics at the beginning of the fight.
Oh, well. That certainly would have changed things.
I don't know if it would have changed things. There'd just be more dead people on both sides.
Yeah. So he goes 8. So he pops out the other side.
Okay.
And let's see how many times he whacks people in the way. 4 hits. I'd say that's 4 wounds.
Yes. Okay, we should have done that last turn, so go ahead and roll the hits against the Savage Orcs as well.
Yep. 5.
All wound.
Wounds?
Yeah.
1 wound?
That's 5 wounds.
Okay.
But
so
they get their 6 up.
Yep. 4 drop. That Savage Orc unit dropped pretty darn fast.
Yeah. Next Fanatic?
Yep. He goes 6. So that stops him at the 1. But if you pursue, you run into him.
Yes, and he will die, but he will do a bunch of damage in return.
Yes.
So
we'll check exactly how much.
They'll move here, so he dies, and he'll do 2d6 hits.
Great.
Oof.
8.
That unit is probably dead.
That is 6 wounds.
Yep. Okay, so that'll lower us down to 5. And then we go forward another 4 inches. And that Fanatic's gone.
Yep.
Alright, that's it for combat, so it's back over to your turn.
Okay.
Animosity first.
Yes.
Oh wait, forgot to drop my bomb. Do you mind if we do that real quick?
No, I do not mind.
Okay, I actually have to double check this. I have not dropped bombs in a very long time.
I was really hoping those Savage Orcs would hold out longer, or just do more damage so they didn't lose combat by so much.
Select one. Oops. Roll an artillery die. Number of hits inflicted. Okay, and how strong is the... Okay. Alright, so I just roll an artillery die, and that's how many hits are done.
Okay.
Actually, I probably should just use the
And
speed gun.
misfires?
I take a wound. So I would die. 8 hits. Strength 3, so it needs 5 to wound. 3 wounds on the orcs, and it's armor piercing, so they get a 6 up.
Okay. 3 wounds?
Yeah.
Nope.
Would have been... Okay. Sorry. Now it's your turn. Go ahead with your animosity checks.
Yes. So the Biggins.
And for those of you wondering, if I were in a tournament, which we'll have an interesting announcement about that coming up,
I don't think they do.
Always up to the enemy player if you get to go back in time.
Do the Savage Orcs roll for animosity while
so
playing?
we'll talk about more about that at the end of the game.
Okay, never mind. So they don't. And the last night goblins, they're fine.
And stupidities.
Yep. For the trolls, they're not fine.
Okay, measure for the BSB. The trolls were stupid. I would be super happy, but it looks like nope. He kept them in. Okay, reroll.
They're in barely. Hey, they're fine.
And Azhag,
he's fine.
okay. Charges.
Right. My Arachnarok is going to charge your Thunderers.
Okay, we will stand and shoot.
Okay.
Okay, you are at long range and through soft cover, so we need 6s to hit. One hit. And it does wound.
He gets a...
You get a 6 up, because it's strength 4 armor piercing.
Nope.
Oh! Shot it right between the many eyes. That is glorious. Good job, dwarves. I don't know where the sniper is in that unit, but wherever he is, he's a darn good one.
Yeah. He gets many an accolade.
Any other charges?
No. So I do have to do that. The 2 remaining fanatics.
Okay. Which one are you doing first?
The one on the left.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
He is hustling.
Yep. This game is not going as well in my favor as the last one.
I'd actually say you're doing much better this game than you did the last one.
Well, my Savage Orcs got savaged.
True, but my Longbeards have paid the price.
Yep. Now for the other one. Oh! Well, this will certainly be interesting.
That looks like he'll hit my Iron Breakers.
He goes 10 straight.
Yeah. Okay, he'll go through the Iron Breakers.
Yep.
Barely.
So
but barely
D6
counts.
strength 5 armor piercing hits.
Yep.
Only 2. Sad face. And no wounds.
He just smacks against their shields and moseys on.
And the Iron Breakers are just left going, what was that? Okay. Moving on to normal movement. Azhag is gonna move, so normal movement. Azhag's gonna go here and face that way.
Okay, to move that far, he will need to take a march check.
Well, actually, no, it's more like here. I'm trying to line this up.
Okay, be sure that no part of the base goes over 10 inches.
Yep, and there we go.
There you go.
The trolls are gonna march 6. Then they're gonna wheel this way. And the giant's gonna rotate.
Actually,
No, he's just gonna trug along 12
this
inches.
will work, because now my Slayers...
And the biggins are gonna
My Slayers now have a
move
super easy
up,
target. I mean, the biggins are a
8.
problem, but I think I'm going to just throw the Iron Breakers at them. Because I'm really not scared
And
of...
goblins over
Azhag.
here are going to
Stop.
take a
So I'm
swift
probably going
reform.
to swift reform
They
the Iron
swift reform,
Breakers,
they cannot
send them
fire,
after
correct?
the Orc Boys, and then swift reform the Clan Iron
Sotek.
Fist Slayers. Actually, I'll probably just march them. And send them after the Trolls and the Giant, because they will easily win that fight.
Sotek.
What?
If I swift reform, they cannot fire, correct?
Correct. Well, no. If they swift reform, they can fire. But does the unit
Okay.
have a musician?
No, actually, I don't think it does. Never mind.
Yeah, so they can only regular reform.
Which would
But
be...
you do need to try and rally your Savage Orcs.
Oh, right. They do not rally.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
They're within 18 of
under
Azhag.
25%.
Oh, are they? Are you sure? Out of 30?
Oh, yeah, never mind.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 4 is 32, so no, they're not under 25.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, they rally. But they can't move. And then I guess my goblins are gonna mosey on up.
I haven't lost anything significant yet, but this positioning is worrisome. See, he's probably about to hurl a purple sun right down this line.
Okay, that's it for my movement.
And if that goes off,
magic,
that is game over.
So I think you can guess what's about to come out of Azhag.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so I got a 9. No channel from Azhag from the Shaman. Nope. So I'm 6 dicing Purple Sun.
Okay, big or little?
Little.
Okay.
I need a 15.
Fail. Or else that is game.
It goes off.
Yes, it does. And I will try to dispel. And it is stopped. Thank the gods. That would have been game. It's important that I stopped that. But now I won't feel bad about hurling a cannonball at him.
What's your bonus again?
Doesn't matter. I got 666.
Oh, right. Never mind. Sad face. Well, with my 3 remaining...
Which I only needed a double 6, but a triple 6.
I'm going to cast Soul Blight on your Longbeards.
It's a nice kick while you're down, you know. That is an 8.
That does not go off.
Okay.
That one. Sad face. Okay. Well, that was disappointing.
Shooting?
On to shooting. I'm going to 20 shot all my Night Goblins into your Longbeards.
Okay. Amusingly, if I can get the Longbeard into his Night Goblins...
They're at half distance, and they didn't move, so they just need 4s.
Funny enough, I'm pretty sure the Longbeards would win that fight. Maybe.
9 hits. I need 5s.
Yes. Oof.
3 wounds.
I save none, so I lose 3 dwarves.
And that's a panic check.
I'm immune to panic.
Oh, right.
Well, actually, I'm immune to sight.
He's going to drop straight on the Iron Breakers.
Maybe if I'm lucky, he'll hit himself. Ooh. Okay. And correct. Okay, that's a direct hit.
Yep.
D6.
So, D6.
Oh.
6.
Oh. My heart.
That's 4 dead dwarves, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yay, no armor allowed.
Okay. We're still okay. I need to send my gyrocopter after this.
That is... Oh, and my other Night Goblin unit are going to shoot the Slayers.
Okay.
They can all see, so that is 14 shots into the Slayers.
Okay, they need 6s because they moved and long range.
Yep. They get 4 hits.
Nice.
1 wound.
Okay, 1 dead dwarf.
Yep. Okay.
Anything else?
That is it.
Alright.
Yeah, that's all my shooting.
Okay, my turn. Charges. The Longbeards will charge the Night Goblins. They cannot stand and shoot because I'm within 3 inches, which is my movement.
Yep. Kind of wish I had backed up a bit, but whatever.
It's alright. The Iron Breakers will also charge the Night Goblins.
Running over these...
No, we're going to pull a fun little finagle.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that is all my charges. I'm going to start with the Longbeards. Okay. They're good. And I'm going to wheel them as far forward as I possibly can until they connect, and then I'll just close the door. We might have to run over one of the fanatics, but honestly, I will.
The Longbeards didn't have to roll, though.
Well,
it was an auto.
You're technically right, but yes. Let's see. So I may have to run over one of the fanatics, unfortunately. As much as I would like to avoid that, it's 4 inches. Yeah, we're going to have to run over one of them. That's unavoidable. I mean, the only way I could avoid it if I turn like that, but that would be an impossible charge. Yeah, okay.
I don't suppose I could have standard shot at the Ironbreakers, could I have?
I don't think you can, because there's a unit that's too close.
Okay.
Okay, so Ironbreakers coming in 7 inches, so that's a 10-inch charge.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good. Okay, so we have to run over this Fanatic. There's no other way around it.
So 2d6?
Yes.
4.
Okay.
2 dead dwarfs.
It's not 2 dead.
Oh, yeah.
It's 2 wounds.
But, yeah.
Alright, 2 dead. We're taking too much of a beating. But this actually works well for my Slayers. Alright, on to regular movement. These Slayers are going to march 3. And then we're going to wheel 3. My gyrocopter is going to fly 10 this way. Actually, I think I'd rather wipe out the Night Goblins. That way that flank's clear. But I really want to get to that Doom Diver right now and take it out. No, you gotta be patient about these kind of things. Never mind, we're gonna fly right here.
I was wondering what shenanigans you were trying to pull.
I had some thoughts going on, but it's not gonna work out. And then these Thunderers, although it will mean we cannot shoot this turn, are going to back up. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Those Thunderers are fine for the moment. Yeah, okay. On to shooting. I'll start with the gyrocopter, I guess.
Like I said, all expenses paid trip to the sauna.
Should have done this last turn. Alright,
And
that hits all.
every
14.
Yep.
4 7-dead goblins.
Okay.
That'll be enough for a panic at the end of the phase.
Yep.
Thunderers up here. And I'll come back to them. Cannon is going to aim. I'm actually going to aim at Azhag. You pulled the Purple Sun card, so I don't feel bad shooting at you now. 131. Okay, that's not right.
What's more, if you tried to shoot both my trolls and my giants, so I pulled the Purple Sun card after that shenanigans.
Still not right. That's more like it. Let's go one more degree. Alright, that'll work. Alright, we will aim. Let's do 6 inches from his base.
Okay.
And see what happens. First shot. 8. Uh, 138 degrees. Yeah, that'll hit him. And does it bounce? Yeah, but nobody cares. Alright, so it hits both him and Skullmuncha. So I'll start with Skullmuncha. Needs a 2 to wound. Doesn't wound the Wyvern. Doesn't wound Azhag. It does wound Azhag. He gets his ward save.
He makes it.
All right. Not having very good cannon luck this game. The Stone Thrower. I don't think it's going to be worth shooting at the orcs. I am going to shoot... you know what? We're going to have to shoot Azhag again. He's honestly the biggest threat on the table at the moment.
The joys of being the war boss.
Yeah. Artillery shot. 4 inches. That way, reroll. That way, we are only going to get a partial.
I think it's going to miss.
I doubt that, but we'll see.
It's a 3-inch template.
True. You're right, because that edge would go to 4. Yep, okay, that'll miss. Alright, and then the organ gun has many potential options. Azhag would not be a horrible option. Let's see.
Fire all the things. Reminds me of that cannon barrage you unleashed on Ark in that first game.
True, but that one was a little bit more ridiculously unsuccessful.
It did kill him.
That's true. Alright, yeah, we're going to fire at him. Alright, artillery die. Next one. 12 shots. Need 4s to hit, because the engineer negates the long range bonus. Pretty good. 8 hits. Randomize.
Randomize.
3 on Azhag. Against Skullmuncha. Needs 4s to wound. 4 wounds. Strength 5 armor piercing.
So, how many? Does he get an armor save from 4?
No.
Okay.
So that thing's got 1 wound left, and then 3 hits on Azhag. 1 wound. Minus 3 to his armor save.
So he gets his, how many wounds?
1.
So, he has a 5 up, but he also has a 5 up ward. And he makes that.
Okay. And then last, but certainly not least, the handgunners are going to shoot at Azhag as well. Because screw it, we might as well try and bring down Skullmuncha. Got 1 in half range, so I'll roll him and the engineer together. They both need 4s to hit. Both hit, and then the remaining 10 need 5s. Yeah, pretty good volley.
Isn't it?
Sorry?
Isn't it a remaining 9?
No, because there's 12 of them.
Oh, right. I thought there was 10. Never mind.
Gotta count, son. Okay, so I needed 5s. So that's a pretty good volley. So that's 8 hits. Randomized, as always. Well, 6 on Skullmuncha. They need 5s to wound. Nothing. And then 2 on Azhag. Both wound. Minus 2 to his armor save.
So he gets, I think he only has a 5 up.
He has a 4 up armor. He has a 4 up armor save. So none there.
No.
Okay, so it's 2 wounds on Azhag. So they both have 1 wound left. My goodness.
Indeed.
Dwarves are... Need to pick one and finish it off. Alright, we're on to close combat. Your goblins are probably faster.
I think they're only initiative 2, actually.
They're at least 3.
Initiative 3.
Okay, so go ahead and do your goblins first.
How many do I got?
The good news is I'll be able to get to his BSB thanks to the Ironbreaker charge.
You have to shift your Ironbreakers over to maximize frontage, actually.
Ironbreakers, no, I do not, because the Longbeards were there first.
Oh, okay, great. No, I meant the Longbeards have to.
Oh, let's see. Longbeards, they should be right there.
Yeah.
It should look pretty much the exact same. Just gotta...
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so I got 8 attacks on the
You need to
Longbeards.
move a 20th of an inch to the right.
And I have weapon skill 3.
So you need 5s to... 3, you need 4s to hit.
No, I have 2s, actually.
Oh, you need 5s then. One with skill 5.
Okay. So I have, but I have hatred dwarves, so I get to reroll all of them.
True.
3 wounds.
3
Yeah,
hits.
3 hits.
He's very
I
fond of
wish there
doing
were
that.
3 wounds.
Nothing.
Sad face. And that leaves 4 on the Iron Breakers.
Okay, same thing. Reroll. 1 hit.
1 hit. Nope.
Okay, I'll start with my Thane. 3 attacks. 1 miss. Reroll for hatred. All hit. Needs 2s. Kills 3. Iron Breakers, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need 3s to hit. Reroll the 5 misses. So that's a total of 5 hits. Needing 2s to kill. 1 dead. And the Longbeards needing 3s to hit. Reroll 2 misses. 2 hits. 2 dead goblins.
Indeed. You won that.
Yes, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you'll need double ones.
Yeah.
Ah, so close. Oh, so close.
Damn it.
And everyone will pursue.
Yeah. They get 8.
Longbeards, 4, and Ironbreakers, 4. Goodness, this game's going to go very badly for the dwarves if they can't catch anyone. But I do overrun to the BSB, which is ideal. And you will just pop out.
Yeah, pop out on the other edge of the Savage Orcs.
Yeah, which the Savage Orcs don't care.
Yep.
Okay, but so
The BSB does, though, have to roll.
Yes, he does have to roll.
Oh.
Potentially not okay. Reroll. Oh, he's
No,
fine. And the Longbeards are going to go 4 inches as well. Oh, we forgot to take your panic check for your gobos from the gyrocopter.
Oh, yeah.
Just remembered that.
Oh, they're not okay.
Yeah, so they run away.
They run 8.
His guys are running good distances, but it's very bad that I'm not killing them when I'm chasing them down. If I don't mop up that right side very, very soon, I am in some deep trouble.
Okay.
Alright, and it is your turn, so Animosity.
Yep. I only have 2 that actually take animosity checks now.
Right.
Oh, the big uns aren't good.
Okay.
The Savage Orcs? Oh, they're barely fine. So the big uns. Well, the big uns are charging.
They got a 2s. That's not Squabble,
Squabble.
I don't think.
That is Squabble, I think.
Oh yeah, it is Squabble. Okay, so they have to cheat. They have to charge.
Yep.
Okay, and
So they're charging.
we will stand shoot.
Okay. Azhag is also charging.
So 12 shots. I'm going to resolve the one on the left first. 12
Okay.
shots. It is not long range. Yep, we're all in 12. And we don't get minus... So we get -1 for cover, and that's it. So we need 5s. Wow, good shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I keep it up for the wounds, though?
Tough as 4.
And 4 wounds. No armor save allowed, because strength 4 armor piercing. Good volley. Alright,
Okay.
and then on the right, Azhag's charging, you said?
Yep.
Okay, we do need a terror check. Okay, we're not afraid. So we are going to stand shoot. He is at long range for all but one guy. So the one guy, the Master Engineer, will need 4s to hit.
Again.
4s to hit for them. Both hit, and then the other 10 will need 5s because long range. So a total of 5 hits. Needing randomize. 4 on Skull Muncha. Needing 5s to wound. 1 wound on Skull Muncha, strength 4 armor piercing.
So it gets 6 up?
Let's see, Skull Muncha has a 4 up, so yes.
No.
And Skull Muncha goes down.
Sad face.
And against Azhag, there's 1 hit. and it does not wound him. But that does mean he will run at us much, much slower.
Yes.
The Thunderers are doing really well this game, I must say. Normally I'm not a huge fan of Thunderers, but they are proving their points. My goodness. Certainly better than the cannon. Alright, we can get rid of all these little skulls here. Alright, any other charges?
No. So, Azhag?
Yep, he's in.
He's in. And he is really angry.
Yep. Good thing for us. Be sure to maximize frontage. Good thing for us, though, he is
getting him lined up.
very, very low on health. He's got 1 wound left. He charged us, so we're going to have that 5-up, glorious 5-up parry save. And the orc begins.
Yep.
If these guys make it, there are problems. Oh, yeah.
They're also in.
Okay. That's not good.
Okay. Now on to regular movement.
Might be time to turn the Slayers over.
Oh, stupidity checks. Trolls are fine.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh. That... Well, he... reroll. He would have been within 12 of the BSB.
Right.
Okay, good. That would have been problematic.
Yep. So the trolls are gonna march forward 12.
Really need my Slayers to catch those trolls.
The giant's gonna turn around.
Turn around. It's an interesting choice. It's smart,
March
though.
12.
That's actually really smart. Because if he had...
Oh, shoot. I actually did have another charge.
What was
Really
it?
allowed. Savage Orcs.
They can't.
They can't?
No, the big boss is blocking the way.
Oh, right. So in that case, my Savage Orcs are going to scoot over. Because they're allowed to do that. Correct?
You can scoot over equal to half your movement.
Yep. There we go.
I think I'll just let my armor deal with them.
I have to rally check my Night Goblins.
And we also have to random move your Fnatic.
What is the leadership on my Night Goblins?
Like a 4?
It's a 5.
5,
So that
yeah.
group is not good. And neither is that one. But they're both within 12 of the BSB. Nope. And nope.
No.
Okay.
We refuse.
Indeed. So the Fnatic, he goes that way.
Well, roll for the... Well, okay. Finish the Fnatic. Oh, hit the giant. Hit the giant.
Goes
10 inches at 89 degrees. And then we need to roll the flee distance for your Night Goblins.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He's getting out of town.
Now for the one on the left.
He's actually protecting my guys
so go 10.
on that giant charge. Fine.
Which brings them here, which means they have to pop out on the other end of both units.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of dangerous terrains. Well, not a lot. So it'll be... put them back where they go. Okay, so move them through. So the top... 4 will need to take dangerous terrain checks to do them first.
Right. One dies.
One gets smacked in the face by an Iron Breaker, and then 2, you'll need 2 more. One more, and one gets smacked by a Longbeard. Alright, and then they're good. So they just keep going.
And now for the other 2, they go 7. Oh boy.
Okay, and that probably will take them to the Doom Diver, which will mean a panic check, which if he fails, that just means he can't shoot this turn. Which would be very ideal. Though, if they pop out...
Actually, no. They miss it. Barely, but they miss the Doom Diver.
Between y'all and me, I'm pretty sure he moved them to the left, but... Okay.
Okay. Now on to Magic.
I'm not calling him a cheater. It's just, it's very hard to move in a straight line on UB, and I think he fudged it.
Chariot wins.
And we've got it on tape.
Oh, wow.
Call him out in the comment section.
Azhag. The Shaman. It channels. So I have 10 to your 5.
Okay. Thank God Azhag's in close combat.
Yeah, except he can still do Purple Sun, actually.
Yeah, you can do a limited one. I'd much rather you be throwing it from there, though. If he gets Purple Sun at this point, it is by no means the end of my world.
It doesn't say he has to fire it within his frontal arc.
Yeah, it does. That's in the rules for magical vortexes.
Right. Yeah, so I'm gonna 6 dice that, because, why not?
Yeah, he's only got one blue left.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna do
I would go ham. I would go purple ham with Purple Sun, personally.
The Thunderers.
That's not a bad move.
3 dice. That goes off with a 15.
Ooh, do I try and stop it? Well, we're only strength 3, is the thing. But the -1 toughness.
Are you going to dispel the Soul Blight?
I'm thinking. So, his weapons. All they do is let him reroll fail to hits. I really would like to stop that. Yeah, we're going to try and stop it. I will throw 3 dice as well. I do not stop it.
Okay, so they're at -1 toughness and strength.
Yeah.
Okay. And now...
That's not good. Actually, I might have a way out of this. Which Master Engineer is that? That is this one. Is a 5-up ward save. I think I might sacrifice my Master Engineer for the good of the cause.
Direct damage can't be cast out of combat, correct?
Correct.
Okay, never mind then.
He's got me magically dominated this phase. I hope he takes good advantage of it. But that being said, his spells. Yeah, he's kind of stuck. He might be able to Hand of Gork his trolls.
You know what? For hilarity, is it Gork or Morg?
Gork.
Okay, Hand of Gork on the trolls with 4 dice. That goes off.
I could probably stop it. I'll try and stop it. Why not?
Okay.
And that's a 13. You got higher than a 13. Okay,
yep.
Goes off. Dang, we're close.
3d6. Whoa.
Wow, 16 inches.
Gork is really throwing them.
That's a pretty serious reposition. I honestly, he's about to do something super stupid, I bet you. If he moves them within point-blank range of my...
And can I reform
that
the
is
trolls?
super stupid. Check the spell.
No, I meant like as part of normal movement.
Yes, they can reform. They cannot swift reform.
So like I can make them so they're wider?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to shift it so that they're 5 wide now.
By the way, you still have not maximized Azhag.
Oh, right. Like that? Wait, so he'd be touching 3?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay,
so my trolls are now 5 wide.
He's gonna super regret that. That was a really bad move. Well, it's not a terrible move, but it's not a good move, because now I'm gonna be able to...
And that's it for magic.
Combo... Yeah, he's gonna regret that.
Now into shooting.
I'm about to show y'all some really spooky...
I'm going to drop the Doom Diver on the gyrocopter.
Be really good for me if that thing decides to misfire all of a sudden.
It's a direct hit.
Not gonna happen today.
1 hit. Does it wound?
Grape shot. Okay, grape shot will do the job.
I don't think it does.
No. Mine toughness 5.
Yeah, I'm
he gets cut up in the helicopter blades. Gets turned into goblin fillet.
Okay. Now on to combat.
Okay, there are 1, 2, 3 fights.
Let's do Azhag first.
Alright, my Master Engineer declares a challenge.
Azhag...
You have to accept.
Yeah, I do. Azhag accepts, and I believe I'm faster.
Probably. I am
Yeah,
initiative.
initiative 5.
Oh yeah, you're definitely faster.
Yep. So he has 5 attacks.
You'll
What's your
need
weapon
3s to
skill?
hit.
Okay. 3 wounds, 3 hits.
Reroll for slashes.
Yep. 4 wounds, or hits. I keep saying wounds.
He's so fond of that.
Now he is strength 6. He's strength 6.
Okay, so you'll need
the first
2s.
round. Yeah, he is dead.
Not necessarily.
Well, true. Don't you have ward on him?
Yes, I have a 5 up ward save. And I make 1, so I'm still dead, but no overkill. Alright, my guys are steadfast, because I have a full rank.
Fair enough.
We're okay. On to the next fight.
Yep, on to the Biggins.
Okay. Okay, that'll get him past the war machine. Yeah, we're just going to open everything we've got on patrols. We'll catapult the giant. So I don't need these guys here anymore. Yeah, see, it would have been better for him to leave them here, because A, I couldn't tag team my war machines.
Your guys are initiative 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably just 1.
I'll roll first then?
Nope, 2. Okay.
And I think I can just roll my Orc Shaman in with the Biggins.
Maybe. Biggins, I think, have a higher profile.
He's a lower weapon skill, so I have to roll him separately.
Yeah. My guys are weapon skill 4, strength, or toughness 4, just so you know.
Yeah, mine are also weapon skill 4 and strength and toughness 4.
Okay, so you need 4s to hit.
Well, it doesn't matter. My shaman hits anyways. He's strength 4 in the first round of combat, so I still have to roll him separately. No wounds.
Okay, and then 10 attacks from the Biggins. Oof, that's rough.
3?
That is rough. Yes.
1 wound?
2 wounds, because you're +1 strength.
2 wounds, right.
Let's see. So I will not get an armor save against strength 5, but I do get a 5 up parry save because you charged me. And I save 1. 1 dwarf dies, and then I get my attacks back. So I've got 6. I got 11 attacks. We're actually going to direct. Let's see. 6 attacks at the shaman. So 6 attacks at the shaman. We need 3s to hit him. 3 miss, but I get to reroll for hatred. So 5 hit.
5 hit.
And we need 5s to wound him. 4 wounds.
He gets a 5 of ward save. 4 wounds, correct?
Yes.
He saves all but 1, so he's still alive.
Gosh darn it. Alright, and then 5 attacks against the regular orcs. We need 4s to hit. 4 rerolls for hatred. So 3 hits. 1 wound. He gets a regular save.
Okay, so they have a 5 up and a parry save. I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. 1 orc dies.
Okay.
So, do you have a banner?
No. You're going to win by a decent amount.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 more ranks than I do. I did 1 more wound than you do, but I don't have a banner. And you charged. So I believe I'm down by 3. Let me double check some head math. See, 1, 2, 3 ranks, which is the max you can get. He did a wound, so that's 4. He charged, so that's 5, and he has a banner, so that's 6. I did 2 wounds, and that's all I get. Oh, and I have A rank. Alright, so I'm down by 3. Okay, I'm down by 3. Let's see what happens. We are okay.
Of course.
Thank goodness.
And now for the final fight.
Okay. You're faster.
Yep. With my initiative of... Actually, my gigantic spider goes first. With its 3 attacks. It is... Weapon skill 3, so it needs 5s or 4s.
4s.
1 hit. 1 wound.
What's its strength?
Strength 4.
Okay, so it does wound. -1 to my armor save. Still save it.
Okay. My big boss has 3 attacks. He is strength 5 on the charge, though. Oh, they all hit.
Okay.
And all wound.
All right. What's his strength?
5.
Actually, hold on a second.
He has the spears on the chart. No, wait, no, he's not charging.
You did not charge.
Yeah, so strength 4.
Okay, strength 4, so that's -1 to my armor save. And I save all of them.
Sad face.
Okay, and my BSB is going to make way.
Okay. No challenge, I'm guessing?
No.
Sad face.
So I get 3 attacks, and the Rune of Cleaving gives me Killing Blow and Armor Piercing. So I need 3s to hit you. And I get to reroll for Hatred. All hit, and Killing Blow. Though you do get your 4 aboard.
Yeah, 4 aboard. Would this kill both him and the mount?
Yes.
He saves it.
Okay, and 1 regular wound.
So 4.
At strength 6.
So he does not get his normal. Wait. He has a 2-up armor save, so
he'll get a 5-up.
becomes a nope ward, and he makes the ward.
Okay, and then my Ironbreakers, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. I need what's your weapon skill?
4.
Okay, so I need 3s to hit. Reroll 1 for Hatred. And then we are strength 5 on the charge. Your toughness 3 or 4?
4.
Okay, so we need 3s. 4 wounds -2 to your armor save, so you're at a 4-up.
4 wounds?
Yes.
He saves all but 1.
And he's going to make that.
And no, he takes 1 wound.
Alright, so combat res-wise, I have a rank, I charged, I've got a BSB, a banner, and I did a wound. You are a BSB, so you're down by 4.
That's his leadership of 7, so he needs a 3 or lower. And no, so he dies.
Yes.
Because BSBs die as soon as they break.
Right, BSBs never run from a fight. They put their banner down and are heroic and stuff. And we will overrun.
Which is an odd thought for a goblin, but you know.
Maybe a spider decided to be heroic, much to his horror. And we overrun into the Savage Orcs.
Indeed.
This train is not slowing down. Alright, I believe it is my turn.
Yes.
Alright. Charges. I do not have any. I cannot see Azhag. Nope, not even close. And that giant is way too far away from my poor Slayers. Yep. So we're not going to worry about him. So no charges, because my Longbeards, which is auto die. Regular movement, I'm going to attempt to swift reform with my Slayers. Oh wait, they don't have musician. Never mind, we're just going to reform. And we're going to face... do I go? No, we're going to go for the orcs. The Longbeards will swift reform and fail, but the BSB's right there, so they pass barely. Good old dwarf leadership. We're gonna reform.
I was about to say, don't reform onto the.
Yeah, we don't want none with that. And then we're gonna run about there, so that wily giant can't charge us.
Well, he could. He just step on the fanatic along the way.
Yeah, I guess that's true. All right. Which I would honestly, I'll place my bets on the fanatic. Okay, my Oh, lordy. My gyrocopter is going to fly 20 inches. Move them. They're all involved in combat. Okay, we're on to shooting. My cannon is going to use his... we're going to use our other form of shooting,
Canister.
which is the grape shot. So for this, I roll an artillery die, and that's how many hits I get. So here we go. 10 hits. And it's strength 5 flaming. So it needs... what toughness are trolls? 4?
Let me check. 4.
Okay, so it needs 3s to wound. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. No save.
Okay.
That's 2 dead trolls.
2 die.
Alright, and then my organ gun's also going to shoot at them. And since they took damage from flaming attacks, they do not have regen.
Indeed.
First shot. 8
What turn is
shots.
this, by the way?
Sorry?
What turn is this, by the way?
This is turn... let me... see, the gyrocopter... It's always difficult to find someone who's reliably done some stuff. I believe it's turn 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's turn 5. Okay, second shot. So 12. No penalties, so I need 3s to hit. I miss 5. And strength 5, so it needs 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more wounds. So there's one troll left.
One troll left.
But still, from 5, that's good change.
Lonely, lonely little troll.
The grudge thrower is going to fire on the giant. Artillery die. 8 inches. Direction. Direct hit. See if it wounds. It does. D6 wounds. 4 wounds. So he's got 2 left.
Yep.
We're doing everything we can. Alright, the rest of my shooters are tied up, so I believe I am... Oof, this is going to be a really close game, actually. Alright, we are on to close combat. I would like to start with... Actually, I need to check something real quick. Where is that Rune of Alaya? Remains in play, okay. So this spell up here, although it lasts into my turn, is not technically remains in play, because it only lasts until the start of his next magic phase. So I can't get rid of that, unfortunately. Alright, so, close combat. I would like to start with... actually, I guess I should save the fight that's going to make me feel good for last. Let's start with Azhag.
Okay. Azhag's issuing a challenge.
I don't have anyone to accept.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sorry.
So he goes first.
Yeah.
With his 5 attacks.
Honestly...
Does he reroll every time,
yes.
or just the first round?
I'm pretty sure it's every time. Let me double check. Oh no, it's the first round. Sorry.
Yeah, first round.
That's kind of lame, honestly.
So 4 hits.
Yes.
3 wounds.
Okay, and remind me what your strength is. 5.
It is 5. Yeah.
Okay, so I will not get an armor, but I will get a 6 upward. Nope. So 3 dwarves die. Not the whole unit.
I would love it if the whole unit died, but that's not what happened.
We get 5 attacks back, and we are still at -1 strength. We need 4s to hit. We hit 3. And then we need 6s to wound. 1 wound, you get your regular saves.
So he gets 5 up armor and...
6 up armor now, because he's not mounted. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
He has 5 up just from his armor.
Oh, right. Now
4
he has
when
5
he's
up.
mounted.
Right, he had a 4 up earlier.
He makes it.
Okay. And I still have 1 full rank, so I'm steadfast.
Okay.
And we're okay.
Alright.
On to the fight versus the orcs. We go simultaneously, but you go ahead.
Okay, so my shaman, he hits. He does not wound, so the 10 other attacks. That is...
Oof. 8 hits.
Yeah, 8 hits.
That is not good.
Is that
6.
6 wounds? Yeah.
Okay, I get a 6 and a
wounds.
6. Save 1. Save none. That's not good.
There goes that back rank.
They do still get their attacks, though.
Yep.
This time, yeah, I'm going to throw another 6 attacks at the shaman. 1 miss. And no wounds. Alright, and against the unit. 3 hits. And no wounds. Okay, we are in big trouble.
Yep.
But we are going to flee.
Okay. I'm going to elect not to pursue.
Okay, so take a leadership check.
I pass.
Okay, and we're going 9 inches. Far, far away.
Yep. And I'm going to victory reform, like so. Almost on the table.
See, in my opinion, he should have chased that unit down.
Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it like that.
Because he wants the Hellblaster, which is fine, but when those Slayers come in...
If I elect to charge them, they all have to auto-flee, correct?
That unit? Yes.
Okay.
That's clever. Yeah, that's very clever. Okay, I'll give him that one. Alright, and then on to the last fight, which is the Ironbreakers versus the Savage Orcs.
Indeed.
The Thane goes first. He gets 3 attacks. He needs 3s to hit. 1 hit, 2 rerolls for hatred. All hit. And 2 wounds. You get your 6-up save.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay. Fucking RNG orcs. Pardon my language. Alright, you get 3 of your guys on me, and you're no longer frenzied because they lost combat earlier.
So I get 7 attacks?
Yeah.
Because they each have 2 plus the champ.
Yep.
4 hits.
Okay.
2 wounds.
Okay. And you do get the chopper roll again, so that's going to reduce me to a 4-up armor. Save 1, and a 5-up ward. Nope, 1 drops. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 Ironbreaker attacks. Reroll the 1 miss. Okay, 6 hits. They need 3s to wound. 4 wounds.
Okay. 2 saved.
I actually need to check something really quick. Okay, give me 1 sec. Do they always get that war paint save, or does it stop? Yep, they do. I was hoping it was like the Bretonnian save. Alright, so 2 go down.
Yep.
And you are down by... I did 1 more wound than you did. I charged. I've got a rank, and I have a BSB. So you're down by 4.
They have a leadership of... Wait, they're immune to psychology, so does that
That
matter?
doesn't matter.
Okay, so they have...
Stubborn is what you're
Right.
thinking of.
So they need a 3 or lower. They do not get it, so they are fleeing.
And we will pursue.
They're legging it.
Man, he's killing me on those flea rolls. And we catch him.
Okay.
Thank God, because that was getting a little ridiculous. I really did not want to have to pursue, but oh well. Alright, and it is your turn.
Okay.
Animosity.
So charges? Yeah. My 1 animosity check.
Fail.
You're fine.
Okay.
Well, I'm having them charge anyways. So my... oh, wait. Actually, I have to do random. Because I checked the rulebook, and I'm supposed to do random before I do charges.
Yep. Oh, and you need to take a stupidity check for your troll.
Right. But, 1 sec as I do this first.
But he is still within 12 of Azhag. See, he did a really good job with this. Last game, not so much. 240. Uh-oh. That's not good. I think he'll miss. Nope, he's definitely going to hit.
I think he touches the Longbeards.
That one I'm not so certain on. Let's zoom in and find out.
He clips the Longbeards.
His base to my base. Yep, okay. Roll d6.
6 hits.
That's the end of my long beards.
And ouch.
Okay.
Hey, go
Man.
to Fanatic.
He has had some very hot dice
Yeah,
this game.
your stupidity check. Oh, well done.
Alright, so he stumbles forward d6 inches.
If he runs into a unit, what happens?
Does not count as a charge.
Okay. So he just runs into the organ gun and bounces off.
Yeah. Thankfully for me.
Now into charges. My biggins are charging the Thunderers.
Okay, they have to flee.
Yep.
And they're off the table.
And I'm going to try and redirect.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Aha. They redirect into the organ gun.
Alright, and that's an auto charge.
Yep.
Thankfully, he gooped up. And I'm about
That
to...
worked. I'm
about to
surprised.
auto win the game. Lucky for me.
Okay.
Because he's going to overrun. See,
now into regular movement.
he forgot this Master Engineer is here. Because he's gonna overrun into it.
My giant's going
and
to
he's
turn.
gonna get stuck.
And he's
And
going
I'm
to
gonna charge the troll.
Azhag.
Auto kill the troll, and then I'm gonna overrun into the biggins. And because I'm in their flank, and I'm gonna negate their rank bonus, they'll die. So for the rest of the game, the goal is, of course, to fire everything we have at the giant to wipe him out. Roll for the goblins before you do anything else.
Alright. Nope. And nope.
Okay, flea rolls.
That one's off the table.
Thank God. Something else I don't have to worry about.
That's 9.
Okay, so this is his turn 5. So next turn is the last turn of the game, which is opportune for me.
Okay.
That's all I need.
That's it for movement. On to magic.
Okay,
6
that's shaman.
for Azhag.
So
Nope,
made me
for the shaman. Nope.
not happy.
I'm gonna 6 dice purple sun. That's
Okay.
about it. That goes off.
Let's see. I got 15, 17, 18, 22. You got 4, 8, 10, 15, 17, 18, 21. So I stopped it.
Sad face. Okay. Well, that's it for magic. On to shooting. And I'm gonna drop the Doom Diver on the. Drop it on the Iron Breakers.
You have a minimum range of 12
Range of
inches.
12. Yeah, that's what I thought. So
He should probably try and finish.
I can't drop it there. I'm gonna drop it on the.
Well, the Slayers wouldn't hurt either.
Can't drop it on the Thunderers, can
I? No, they're in close combat.
Yep. So I'm gonna drop it on the Slayers.
Okay.
Well, I could theoretically drop it on the Grudge Thrower and then have it scatter that way.
True.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That is a legal move, for those of you wondering. Takes a little bit of luck, though.
Oh boy.
Oh, there it is.
6.
Oh, that's one's... I think that's one where you shoot in a random direction.
There you go.
Let me double check.
Like D6 times 10 in a random direction?
Yep. D6 times 10 in a random direction.
That way. 4.
That's gonna miss 40 inches.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't think that's hitting anything on the table.
That's some pretty good air.
Yeah.
Alright. Combat.
I don't think he's ever coming back down. Let's do Azhag.
Okay. You go first. And Soul Blight is no longer on me. Thank goodness.
Yep. 5 attacks. 4 hits.
Okay.
You
You need 3s to wound me now.
3 wounds.
Okay. I get my 6-up parry. Nope.
There goes that back rank.
Actually, well, I mean, I lose the back guys. I still have a full rank, though. You have to get me below 5.
Right.
And then I get 3 attacks back, needing 4s to hit, 2 hits, and needing 6s to wound. No wounds. We're still steadfast. And we're alright. Yes,
Because,
you need 1 full rank.
Right, never mind. Now on to the biggins versus the organ gun.
This will be ugly, but alright.
My shaman. I don't think he hits.
No.
So on to the 10 other hit attacks. Do I get all my attacks? I don't think I do, actually.
No, you actually can only send in, I believe it's a crew of up to 6 people? It's counted as a siege. It's really
Yeah,
it's
so
bizarre.
To the to the big red book.
Yeah, you have to check it. I do not have
Yeah.
mine on me at this moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the area.
While he's looking that up, so he definitely played a very solid match. The dwarves, I'm probably going to wipe the table. Well, okay, I think he'll get away with Azhag. I think Azhag will be able to survive the
6
game.
models, yep.
The giant's going to die next from just
That's
overwhelming
going to be
shooting.
7 attacks.
He's going to die here, most
Actually, in that
likely.
case, I don't
if
have to have my
can,
shaman. So,
I'll probably... I'll
Shaman
charge
didn't
the
have to
Doom
roll.
Diver. I don't know what I'm going to do with this cannon.
So,
I
ignore
can't
that.
accidentally try and hit Azhag.
That's
there we go.
4 hits.
Okay. And you get +1 strength.
So 3 wounds.
Okay, that'll be enough to kill it. But I do get the same initiative as you, so I'm going to try and kill that Orc Shaman again. 3 attacks.
Actually, he's not in the party, so you can't target him.
Oh, do you only send in 7 guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only sent in 6, but I didn't realize. Completely forgot that. So the shaman is not being sent in.
Okay, we'll just pretend he didn't swing earlier then.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Cheating. Okay, 3 attacks on the regular orcs then. Reroll 3 hits and 1 wound. Regular save.
Okay.
And now it will dawn on him here in a second.
Nope. And nope.
Okay, 1 orc dies. Alright, and it explodes. Do you want to overrun or stay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to overrun.
Overrun.
They go 5.
Good job, you hit the Master Engineer.
Yes. Yay. Bonk.
Good job.
Okay.
Alright, that's everything.
Yep.
Alright, my turn. Charges. Dwarf Slayers will charge the Troll.
Okay.
Gyrocopter will charge... Well, hold on a second. My Iron Breakers can see it, then I'll just let my Iron Breakers do it.
I don't think they can, though.
No, they can.
Really? Doesn't it have to be the very front rank?
Oops.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, we can still see the War Machine, though.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to charge the War Machine. Knowing my Gyrocopter can go do more important things.
Like, kill the fanatic?
Yes, like they killed the Fanatic. Or, I don't know, we'll figure it out. So, Doom Diver and Troll. Those are my only charges. Down here, that's an automatic charge.
Doesn't it have to be the part they can see, though?
No, it's closest to closest no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Nothing else matters, ever.
Fair enough.
And then up here, if I can make this charge, I will win the game by a pretty ridiculous margin. Let's see, it looks like it's about 8 or 9 inches, 9 inches probably. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, we made it.
Okay.
This makes all the difference in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Because now I'm going to butcher myself an orc unit. Alright, oh, movement. I'm sitting here like, I feel like I should be doing something. Okay, I can't make it to those night goblins, which stinks, because they're probably not going to run off the table, so I won't get their points.
This is turn 6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to fly over here and just freaking vomit some steam on that dude.
Because
I don't have a good reason.
he killed enough people. He did kill the Longbeards, actually.
Yeah,
So that's the reason.
his Fanatics were very good this game.
One of the Longbeards was the Gyrocopter pilot's cousin or something.
They were annoyingly good this game. Normally Fanatics are a dangerous proposition, but with rolls like that, you should take them every time. Alright, okay, we're on to shooting. Let's see. I cannot aim at this giant very well. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to aim at those goblins.
Okay.
Artillery die, 8 inches, direction die.
That's a miss.
Oh, we tried. The cannon is going to aim for the giant, but due to his positioning, it's going to be kind of an awkward thing because I can't aim behind my own guys. So basically, I get to aim right there.
Okay.
Actually, I can aim 2 inches back from that. I can aim anywhere so long as it's not legally possible for me to hit my own guys.
Because you aren't Skaven.
Right. Which I kind of look forward to this not being a problem in Total War. Because honestly, if I had a very small, almost dead unit of Thunderers versus a Giant, I would much rather shoot the Thunderers in the attempt to hit the Giant. Alright,
so... It's not a very dwarf thing to do, though.
Here we go. First shot. 4 inches and bounce 4. Okay, we got him. Does it kill him, though? That's the ultimate question. It does not. He is still alive. God damn, we were rolling awful with the shooting this game. Well, I don't know if I can really say that. And the steam gun on the goblin, it'll hit him. I measured it out already. Oh, still alive.
Okay.
So I'm going to be super sad face if that thing actually spins into me and hits me for my greed. Alright, that's it for shooting. So close combat, I will start with the Slayers.
Okay.
Ungrim Iron Fist. Who finally got into close combat this game. 4 attacks. Needs 3s to hit. All hit and 2s to wound. 2 wounds, you get your 4 up regen.
Saves 1.
Does D3 wounds. 2 wounds.
It has 1 wound left.
And what's the initiative on a troll?
1.
Okay, so Slayers go next. They'll be going, I guess, yeah, we're going to go hand weapon shield. Extra hand weapons. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
No, that's not right. 2, 4, 6, 10.
Okay.
3s to hit. Reroll for hatred. So that's 6 hits. And we need 4s to wound. 4 wounds. You get your regen save.
Nope, it dies.
And we will overrun.
Sad face.
Into the orcs and goblins. Or orcs. You are not goblins.
Okay.
Alright, and now let's do that fight. My Master Engineer declares a challenge.
No one accepts.
Okay, I will send the Orc Shaman to the back.
Okay. I am totally fine with this.
I have to send somebody to the back. Alright, Ungrim goes first. He has 4 attacks. 1 miss, get to reroll for hatred. All hit. 2s to kill. He kills 3.
Ward saves?
Not to your flank.
Oh, right.
It's 3 orcs down.
There we go. Okay. Now everyone strikes at the same time?
I believe so. Master Engineer is a 2. Slayers are a 2. So yes, it's a huge cluster F.
Yep. So if you don't mind, I'm going to swing first.
Go ahead.
I got 4 attacks on the Master Engineer.
Okay. 4s to hit him.
4 hits.
And he is toughness...
2 wounds, I think.
He's toughness 4. And you get your strength 5. So you need 2. Yep, 2 wounds.
Yep.
He has a 1-up armor save. So he gets a 3-up against that. Or, well, you actually have the armor-piercing banner. And then he has a 6-up ward. Nope, he takes 1 wound.
Okay. And then I have to swing 2 at the Slayers.
Technically, you get 2 more attacks against the Master Engineer. BT dubs.
Okay. That's 1 more hit. And nothing.
Okay.
So 2 swing at the Slayers.
3.
No.
So right. 1 more.
1 hit.
Okay.
1 wound.
Okay, 1 dead dwarf who will get his death blow attack.
Yep.
So
and now for the orcs to die.
Yep. And we are going to go great weapons for this fight. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attacks. Needing 4s to hit. 4s to hit. Miss 7. but I get to reroll for hatred. Missed 3 total, so 7 hits, and we are strength 6, so 2s. 7
Ouch.
dead orcs.
Okay.
You will need double ones to stay.
Yep.
I actually really think that he had me up until that point.
Nope.
Okay,
So they
and
break.
everyone will pursue.
They run away from the Slayers. They run 9.
Okay, Master Engineer. 7 Slayers. 7. All right, they get away. No, I don't get the points. So
And I think they go off the table.
what'd you roll?
9.
9. Measure from over here. Yeah, they're off. That sucks. If they'd stayed on, he would have kept all those points.
Now for the Azhag fight.
But 9, I mean, even from here, 2 more inches from the front of his unit. Yeah, there's no way around it. Wow, that's rough. Okay, Azhag, you go first.
Yep. 5 attacks.
Well, at least he'll get this unit,
3 hits.
and his giant will probably get one of my war
One
machines. Okay, 1 wound's all it takes. I guess get a 6 up armor and a 6 up parry. Nope. So I'm no longer steadfast. 3 attacks against Azhag, needing force to hit. 1 hit. No wound. We're down by 1.
Yep.
And we're okay. Just barely.
So my move, my turn.
Doom
Charges.
Diver.
Oh, right.
So you say I get 7 guys?
6.
6. Okay. I'm going to start with my Thane. Your guys are as fast as my guys, so go ahead.
Okay. So I get 3.
Yep. I'm sending in my Thane and 5 Ironbreakers.
1 hit. I believe.
Yeah. Your one's skill 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, Thane gets to reroll. 2 hits, 2 dead, 5 Iron Breakers with the champion, of course. 4 hits, and they're dead.
Yep.
And I'm not going to bother doing anything there. All right,
Okay.
your last turn.
Okay, so my giant is going to charge the grudge thrower.
Okay, I will stand because I can't do anything else.
Yep, and that's about it.
Okay.
So he's 8 inches.
7. Or wait, no, 5. Wait, 9. I can't count.
9. Yeah. So he needs
3.
3. Yeah, he's in.
Okay. Really wanted to kill that giant.
Okay.
It's a disgrace.
Now, magic. Oh, I have to rally the. I'm not gonna bother with fanatics if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nope. They go 9.
Probably still on. Probably. Hopefully.
Barely.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Close.
off the table. Okay, so on to magic. Okay. Now, Isaac's channel, doesn't matter. I'm 6 dicing Purple Sun because, why not?
Fair enough.
I just want to get this off once.
Yes, you do get it up.
Yay! Precisely once. So it's
You should totally throw it at your giant.
yeah, no. And it's gonna head towards the cannon.
Okay.
I have to figure out how far it goes.
It's an artillery die times 3? Times your wizard level? Probably times your wizard level.
Yeah, it's time my wizard level. 2. Oh boy.
Okay, so that's not going to go anywhere. That'll hit 3 of my dwarves.
It almost gets there.
And 2 of them will die.
Okay.
Well, that was an exciting Purple Sun.
Yeah, whatever. It's not. I hate that spell anyway, so whatever. So on to combat.
Okay.
Azhag. That's
3 hits.
hits. They're dead.
2 wounds.
Basically.
6 up. And 6 up. Ah, I saved 1.
No, one's left. One's left.
Can I get revenge on Azhag? Up.
Aww.
And break check. We're staying.
Okay, now the giant.
Okay.
2.
He is initiative 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he does go first. You rolled a 2. Let me go to the giant table. A 2 for small things is jump up and down.
Oh,
Alright,
boy.
so you take an initiative check.
He's fine.
No, he failed, actually.
Oh, wait. Oh, he fell down?
Yeah, he falls down.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so you fall down.
Roll direction.
Let's see, the giant will continue. Okay, so... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was reading something different.
One,
Yeah, he's fine. So he does 2d6 strength 6 hits.
4.
Okay, and you need 2s to kill me.
It's dead.
Okay,
Yay.
and
I got... Yep. And I lost horribly.
it was super close though. Did you forget that Master Engineer was there?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You'll hear me commenting about it. Because if you had reformed to face the Slayers instead, you would have been able to grind it out. I think you would have won.
Probably. I didn't realize the engineer was there, so I was going, maybe I can get to the cannon.
Yeah, but really good game. Really good game. And the audio won't be messed up. Hooray. So, comments for you and for everyone listening.
I actually remembered to march this time.
Yeah. And that made a huge difference. You got up in my face really quick.
That Hand of Gork thing, though, kind of backfired. I was hoping them to survive at least one round of combat so the trolls could get in.
Yeah, you'll also hear me comment about that as well. The Hand of Gork, you got it off kind of as a I have nothing better to do with my dice, but then you put your trolls in like the worst place possible of just really close to the cannon and really close to the organ gun. And you went from...
Oh, the second one, yeah.
Yeah. That first Hand of Gork was also bad. Hand of Gork, you can use it. Doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, I know. It was just one of those, I've never used greenskins.
Yeah. The thing about Hand of Gork that people like to forget is you roll, so you get the spell off, great. You roll, then you should check the number and say, what are my options? You don't have to go anywhere, technically. Gork can put you right back down where he picked you up.
True.
Because if you had rolled like one higher, you would have been able to get out of the line of sight of some of my units.
I actually thought I was out of line of sight for the Iron Breakers, to be honest.
Well, it never hurts to double check. And I mean, that was super dangerous. If my Slayers had made that, and then they had overrun into like where Azhag and the Giants were, like,
yeah, that would have been bad.
Like, this game was much closer than it would have been had the Slayers connected. Instead, I actually goofed up, and then my Slayers were completely unable to get into a fight to the very last turn.
Very end.
Which that hurt me. You actually managed to take advantage of my slow movement phase. And
the Fanatics actually did something this game.
Yes, I talked about that as well. Your Fanatics were very kind to you. They were rolling very well, and they weren't hitting any orcs.
Yep. But they did kill a bunch of Savage Orcs.
They killed like 4, but yes.
Yeah,
and it was the Savage Orcs were already fucked anyway.
Yeah.
Pardon my French. Doomdiver rolled
dang
really...
it, Sotek, now we're going to have to put a language warning on this video.
No. I'm no. A couple of fucks isn't enough for a language. I'm sure everyone will agree. If you don't agree, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. But
if you support me, leave it down in the comment section.
But the Doomdiver functioned really well. He was a little weird. He missed a couple of times when it was oddly crucial, but you did manage to take down the Longbeards with some good fire. Gyrocopter never quite got taken down. Got close, and obviously once the Ironbreakers got in that steam train mode, and there's just a bunch of lined up stuff. Because I think you may have had, that Hand of Gork was super. Yeah, that'll probably be something that when you're watching the game again, you'll probably be like, ugh, because you just sort of like left this perfect lineup to all of your units.
And I was like, as soon as I realized, I should have moved the PSP. Yeah,
I thought you played the Goblins really well. They were doing an okay job of just putting some shots in on my Slayers until their inevitable demise by the Gyrocopter, but that's just kind of a rock paper scissors thing.
Yeah.
other than I thought you played the orcs super well. Like I said, I knew you didn't see the engineer and was waiting for you to overrun into him. And that honestly, I don't think that would have won you the game. You know what though? It probably would have been a tie because you still had a giant, which is 200 points. Azhag, which was
500.
Yeah, he's 550.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
let's see. At the
550,
end of the game, let me just do points real quick. You still had 200, 750, and you still have one of your Night Goblin units, which is 110. So that's
And I had the Fanatics from the other unit too. So does that count as the other
no.
unit?
Fanatics don't count. 200, so 750. That would have been 860, and I think that was it. Yeah, 860 left, and I had 350. So you remember that number, 860. Remember that.
Yep.
So let me calculate in my head real quick so I don't accidentally get that number out of your head. So that's 350, 475, 500. It's approximately 630. And then I had one unit of Thunderers, which was the 11 unit. So that would be 770. So that's about where he was at. But then I also had the cannon, put me at about 920. Then that would put me at 1,000. 1330, give or take, or 1331, I guess. And then we could do 15, 16, 10. And then we lost both of those. So I had 16. So I had 1610 at the end of the game. But if you had had your orcs still around, you would have had the shaman who I wasn't able to kill, which would have given you another... He's way down to the bottom.
145.
145, which would have put you at about 915, and then you would have had
the
orc
341 from the orc boys themselves.
Yeah, which would have put you at roughly 1,300 points. So yeah, so it wasn't a tie. It still would have been a victory in the dwarves' favor, but it would have definitely been a huge difference between having less than, or for me having more than double. Or not more than double. Oh yeah, it is more than double. But anyway, it was a really good match. I think you played your army way better this round. I was, you'll hear it when you hear me talking, but I was really nervous probably about turn 3, about how things were going. But I thought you played much better. I mean, once again, only your second Greenskin game, and Azhag the Slaughterer is definitely not the best of the characters that the orcs can bring to battle.
I felt really shameful about actually using Purple Sun that many times. I hate that spell.
Well, it only worked once, and even then it was kind of fizzled.
Yeah, but still, I just hate that spell.
Yeah, but hey, it made me feel better about shooting him. So,
well, as long as it made you feel better, so like that's all that mattered.
So I hear from a bunch of people who I'm sure are not even remotely sarcastic. But okay,
I was being completely serious. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure. Do you have any comments about the game or anything you want to say before I wrap things up?
No. For those of you watching, if you want to see what you want to see next, just leave it in the comments. I'm willing to play anything up against Sotek, so just throw whatever wacky list you want, and I'll play it for you guys.
That's a dangerous promise, but all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that pretty much wraps that up. Thanks everyone so much again for watching. Tonight, when this video drops, or tomorrow, I will be releasing the official news update for the channel, which has a lot of important information that I think many of you are curious about, and has some things that many people have been requesting or want more information on. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be big. Till then, thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you all later. have a good night.